So it looks like we're getting a bunch of cool new DC Multiverse stuff, guys, but is any of it any good, and is it worth your money, soulmates? Be sure you stick around until the end, guys, because we're going to talk about what characters we want to see in DC Multiverse next. If you support what I do, please click subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single video of mine when it comes out. So one of the newest ones, guys, is a Target exclusive, and this is Deadman. Deadman's head sculpt is repurposed from a Game of Thrones action figure, but I don't mind it too much because I think it looks pretty good, and to be honest, it still looks like Deadman to me. Don't know if I'm gonna get Deadman, but I am already a few action figures deep into Justice League Dark. I mean, I already got Constantine, Swamp Thing, Etrigan, and well, I've got multiple Batman, so I guess it would just make sense to have Deadman too to get a little bit closer to completing that lineup. Next one up, guys, is Shazam, based on his look from the movie Shazam Fury of the Gods. This one looks pretty cool, not too much to say about it. It looks like the actor, and well, that's really the most you can hope for from these things, and it's nice to get a movie version from McFarlane Toys here. Don't know if I'm going to get this one because I'm not really the biggest fan of Shazam, but still, it's really cool looking. Third action figure we're going to look at today, guys, is Hush Batman. This is another one that reuses the Year 2 Batman body. And, well, a lot of us experienced the Year 2 Batman body, and we found that it wasn't a very good action figure. I think it's easier to name people who didn't have issues with it than it is people who did have issues, because most people did. This one looks okay, but I don't really have high hopes for it because it does use that Year 2 Batman body. But who knows, we might be surprised by it, and I hope that I'm surprised and it turns out to be a pretty good action figure, because that one that was included in the Hush 2-pack, that was not doing it. That was not a very good version of Batman, I didn't think. Next action figure we're going to look at from these recent reveals is Catwoman. This one is based on her look during the 90s, and I really like this action figure. I've actually been waiting for a comic book based Catwoman for a while now, and I don't know if this is my favorite version of Catwoman, but it's still really cool to have this version because, yeah, this was her look for quite a while, actually. It looks like it's pretty cool. She's got some nice looking claws on her hand there. She comes with what looks like a very long whip, and I'm hoping that it's a pretty pliable one so that it moves around a whole bunch. It looks like the sculpting on this one is more or less new. I don't really notice anything that's being flagrantly reused all over again, so that's nice. And just judging by the promotional photograph, it seems like she's got some pretty decent posing on her. So I think this is going to make a really cool companion piece to Azrael Batman as well as Bane. The next one we're going to look at, guys, is the new Target exclusive Build-A-Figure wave that begins with Aquaman, and this one is based on the Flashpoint storyline. So what we have here is an evil Aquaman. I kind of like this one, and I'm really excited for the Flashpoint Build-A-Figure wave, and I don't really mind that it's being released at Target because I've had pretty good luck getting the Target exclusive stuff. A lot of people have been really complaining about the head sculpt on this one, but personally I think it looks fine. I think that it's a good representation of Aquaman's character from that storyline because his facial expression matches his attitude perfectly. Now, my thing with this one is that right out the gate there's already an error on his belt. It should have a little dip in the middle there because that's how Flashpoint Aquaman's costume looks. And well, it's pretty evident here that they're just reusing a standard issue Aquaman body to make this. Admittedly, I'm still interested, but I'm also really bothered by that because with the diaper that they wear, it's really not that hard to make adjustments to it. They could have given him a new diaper and that would have been really all they needed to make this one a pretty good Flashpoint Aquaman. It would have been right on point then. But as it is, it just feels like they gave us the head sculpt, which I like, and then cheaped out on the diaper, and that's really unfortunate for DC Multiverse because I kind of admire DC Multiverse and I really like the accuracy of a lot of the pieces. Next one up is the Riddler from Arkham City, and this one is one that I'm pretty excited about because I'm actually excited about all of the Arkham City action figures, and I would personally like to have them all. Don't know much about this one at this point because we've only seen this promotional image, so I can't really say how the quality overall is going to be. but it looks like the cane is in place and the rest of the action figure, even though it's a little blurry, looks like it's about right. It looks like it's in line with what we see from the video game, so I think that this is going to be worth checking out. Next one up, guys, is 90s Superboy from the Death and Return of Superman storyline, and Todd did say we'd be seeing a lot more Superman stuff throughout the next year, so I'm looking forward to seeing more Death and Return of Superman stuff, and this is very tempting for me because I'm kind of a fan of that storyline, and just looking at this action figure, well, we're only seeing part of it right now, but still, what little we're seeing looks pretty good. I'm hoping, of course, that we're going to see the Eradicator, that we're going to see Cyborg Superman, that we're going to see Steel. The next action figure we're going to look at, guys, is the Signal, and this one is a pretty cool looking action figure. I don't know that I necessarily need this one in my collection, but for what it's worth, it is very accurate to what we see from the comics, so that's a definite plus, always. Looks like he comes with his batons too, so that's pretty cool. This one looks like he's got some plastic that's going to be covering his torso a little bit, so I don't know if his articulation is going to be limited at all, but we'll see what happens. Sometimes these things have way more mobility than you think they do, and then sometimes they have less. And of course, the last one that we're going to talk about today, guys, is Kingdom Come Batman, which I'm pretty sure is the first of many Kingdom Come action figures that we're going to see. And are we really surprised that we're seeing Batman here? Well, no, but it is awesome to see this new Batman, and I kind of love this one because it looks just like the comic book. And the pose here, oh, kind of just makes a shiver go down your spine with how awesome it is. And the fact that the cape folds, wow, that's even better. I've got no notes on this Batman. I think that visually, just looking at it here, it looks like a perfect action figure. And unless it gets completely messed up somehow, some way, I think this one is a total slam dunk. Well, now that we've seen these releases, Soulmates, let's talk about what we want to see next. Obviously, I want to see some more of Death and Return of Superman, and I hope that we get Steel and the Eradicator in Cyborg Superman soon, as well as Doomsday in Mega Figure form. That would be absolutely fantastic. Also, I wouldn't mind seeing some more of Kingdom Come represented, because this Batman does look very cool, and I'd love to see what they do with the Flash and Green Lantern and Superman, Wonder Woman, all the characters in that story. Let's see them, guys. And boy, I hope they do something crazy with it. Well, Soulmates, what do you think of these new DC Multiverse releases? Do you want any of these? Do you want all of them maybe? Or do you just want some of them because maybe some of these just aren't your cup of tea? Or are all of these missing the mark for you for some reason? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and be sure you let me know what DC Multiverse characters you want to see next. If you want to learn more about the new DC Direct Page Punchers Flash Wave, you can check out that video here, Soulmates.